Hey everyone, welcome back to All of Fabric 6. So I've been a little bit sick and I've been struggling to fight a flu. So please excuse my kind of low energy and funny husky voice this episode. But, I mean, what do you do when you're sick, right? You stay at home, you try and rest, and if you can, you play video games. Well, this is the video game that I play, so I may as well record while I'm doing it. So it struck me that we put all this effort into building this guy over here with the entrepiniums, and the TNT's coming in pretty fast. But it's not non-stop, and that's because as soon as we craft gunpowder from over there at our revitalize station, it all gets turned into TNT. So basically gunpowder is something that we're short on. So I was looking at the various ways in which we can make more of the stuff. Like, yep, creepers in a revitalizer, that's what we do. You can trade for it, but that's not really my jam, and a whole emerald seems like a bit of a bad deal. With mana, you can turn flint into gunpowder. Seems kind of counterproductive, seeing as it's mana that we're trying to create. You can midnight dip glowstone. Cute, but what I was thinking of is maybe we get into mystical agriculture and get this creeper essence stuff, and we can probably just throw that into a mystical incubator. And that's something we need to do anyway because, well, we are on an adventure to do all the quests. So let's start off today's episode with a bit of mystical agriculture, and then we can brew up some potions. Sounds like a deal. You know what? We're not going to do that, at least not yet. Surprise, I sound a little bit better. Yeah, I've already recorded the MA bit, but I decided this stuff that I'm about to do is much more interesting than the mystical agricultural stuff, which I'm sure you've all seen a million times before. That's right, I'm breaking the rules, and I'm going to show this episode out of order, but time's a social construct and you guys can't stop me. So, buffs and debuffs, like that's an area that often gets ignored. It's so much easier to just think of like how much damage you can do with your sword, or how strong your armor might be. And since it's not hard to get overpowered in modded, there's really not like an incentive to explore around and try different playstyles, but that's the kind of behavior that I want to at least start to fix today. So let's look a little bit into status effects, both good and bad. And yeah, we'll test out a few of what looks good, and then I'll try to automate the ones that I like. And then in the future, I'll try and use them on the regular, and you guys can call me out if I break that promise. I'm sure you've all seen this list before. It's just all the vanilla potions that you can brew up. And if you haven't, well, it's on the wiki. A bunch of them are really handy, like strength and healing, swiftness and jump boost if you've got some exploring to do. Absorption obviously gives you, as we discovered last time, gives you like an extra couple of hearts there on top. That's really cool. Invisibility and glowing I think are underappreciated, and I think invisibility actually works with armor on in this pack. I don't think that's a vanilla thing. We'll test that later on. Usually I'd also say things like regen and fire resist and night vision, like those things are really good. But as I said before, you know, we get those as they're permanent effects here from our backpack. And this is the best Traveler's Backpack, I think, in the game, so we're not really going to swap that out. But there's also heaps of really useful modded ones, like this one, Potion of Lava Vision, which is pretty cool, but I suspect these are fish you have to catch in the nether. And then there's all these ones from Extra Alchemy that seem pretty cool. And I'll get a bunch of them and we'll test them out in combat like we did last episode with the totems. Oh, look at me. Sadly, there's a conflict or something, and we're not able to get this book here. It's Mystical Agriculture. Like, you have a look at it, and there's no recipe for it. So there's no way to get it. So I don't feel too bad about cheating it in. All right? So this book's worth reading if you don't really know what different things do, like Potion of Detection. When you have this, it's like you hit an enemy with a spectral arrow, so you can see him glow through walls and things like that. Pacifism discourages mobs from attacking you. Sailing, you get a faster boat. But the really good things about Extra Alchemy is they have, you know, you don't just have to drink potions or throw potions. They have these potion rings. Craft together with a potion. Not all potions may be available. Okay. Yeah, the problem with regular potions is they don't stack. And I wish we had more potions here to demonstrate, but like, you guys all know this. Here's just a vanilla potion, a splash potion, and it takes up 3 whole slots. That's really not very convenient. It'd be really awesome if we could use them in like a dank. Let's see, can I get sure, let's get a new dank for this. Yeah, because of course, things stack in danks. It'd be really cool if we could use potions in a dank like we can when we place a block. That works really easy, but you can't throw potions from it. It'd be pretty funny if you could get like a huge stack of potions of harm in, and that was your main weapon. But anyway, what you can do, and crazy we don't actually have a potion here to demonstrate. I'll have to go craft one up. But if you craft a potion with a ring, yeah, you'll get that effect permanently on the ring. But unfortunately, it doesn't work with the potions you make from Spectrum, of any level, really. And just to show you what I mean, here's the potion of swiftness. Works fine. You can make the ring out of it. Here's the same potion, 3-minute speed, but crafted in Spectrum, so it's a pigment potion. And that doesn't register. But anyway, contain speed, shift right click to enable. And that's going to cost us 2 XP every 18 seconds. So just a little bit will go off. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But the fact that it costs XP and it takes up a whole ring slot, when we could easily just put a much stronger effect on a Spectrum necklace, and not only will it be a higher level, but it's not going to cost us anything. So cute, but I think that's been overtaken by Spectrum. Another super handy thing that Alchemy has are these things called potion bags. Bit of leather, glass bottle, super cheap to make. Just make the one of them. And this thing, here you go, this thing, you can stack potions in them. In fact, I think you can put all these potions in there. So here we have the vanilla ones, and here we have the pigment potions. And then you assign which one you want by putting it, I think, right-clicking it, or, yeah, to assign which one you want. But yeah, pigment potions, they don't work. Like I'm clicking their heaps, it won't work. So you can store your potions here, but you can't have them in the active slot. Let's set the potion of swiftness there in the active slot. We don't have swiftness. Now when you use it, I drank a potion. We got our speed for 6 minutes. And if we look in the bag, we see that it consumed 1. There are keybinds to have that kind of swap out what you want active. But yeah, the fact that it can't hold Spectrum potions is a bit of a bummer. And finally, something that Extra Alchemy adds are these things called vials, which are pretty cool. Very cheap as well. Craft together with a splash potion to fill, or right-click. Yeah, or right-click, okay. And you can either put them in the crafting grid to turn a splash potion into a drinkable one. It says breakable. I think you drink it. Or you can just have the potions you like in your hotbar and then right-click. Yeah, there we go. And it'll convert it for you. We'll do it again, and you can see they stack. Obviously, you want to do it with good potions, not harmful ones. And they stack up to 16. But just like Spectrum potions, you can store them here, but you can't set them as the active potion, which I think is a bummer. That's a pain. So seeing as that's the case, and the potion bag only gives us the ability to drink regular vanilla potions, I think I might give it a skip. So really cool stuff, but sadly it's just kind of superseded by Spectrum, I think. Speaking of, let's head down to Spectrum and see what it's up to. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. This thing is so noisy without these Berkemute silence in it. And what that's doing is I'm just auto-feeding all the blue pigments that we have into this color picker to level up our shield grasp amulet. Just so we can get a few more hearts down there on the bottom left. Anyway, things have changed a little bit since we were last here. And we've now unlocked a few more of these reagents. You know, this is the stuff that you put in the slots up here, and it affects the potion you're making, basically making them stronger, cooler, longer, more impactful. I can't believe we still have one missing. 2 missing. Okay, we still got 2 missing. Who's this guy? Rope. I heard some footsteps in this guy who was behind me, but an angry looking trader, no. I don't want to do any business with that guy. So I'm just looking down here at what potions look cool. This one I'd really love to try, but I am never killing a poor penguin, Jesus. So these are the potions that I want to make. I'm not going to put you guys through the process of me making them. Like they're all pigment potions, as you can see, because they're all made in Spectrum. If we're going to use these Extra Alchemy ones on mobs, we need to tip an arrow in them, which requires the lingering version of the potion. And I just noticed, here we go. When you use pixie dust, converts the potion into lingering potions as a single reagent. That'll mean we need to give up one of these 3 slots and put pixie dust there instead. And if we wanted to make splash potions, I think you just use gunpowder, right? Yeah, gunpowder will create splash potions. That's if we want to turn things into vials. Yeah, and I just went through a few variations there, and I like this one. I want it to be long, but also high level. And 3 minutes is, I mean, it is absorption, so that's pretty cool. But 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes is pretty low. 11 minutes is great, only absorption 2, but there's this nice compromise. I'm sure they're all not going to come out as absorption 4s, But still, almost 10 minutes of absorption 4. That's just with these reagents here. So that's what I'm going to go with for sure. Ah, look who decided to pay us a visit. Yeah, we are missing one of these grapes. I forget which one. I think the white jungle ones. You don't sell it, you son of a... All right, we are just crafting up. Just crafting up the last couple here. In fact, the last 2, I think. Yeah, that was a real mixed bag of crafts there. We've just upgraded our dank here to store them all. You'll see a lot of them, like I made the exact same number for 4 lots of 3, so 12 of each. Some of them I think I probably wasted some of the reagents on. Like invisibility doesn't have tiers, so I wasted, trying to increase its potency, I wasted some items there. Instead, when you make invisibility, you should probably just try and maximize the duration. Same goes for focus, which does nothing actually. Don't waste your reagents at all on this. Pretty sure focus or concentration just gets rid of the particles around you. Yeah, makes you look a bit neater. Similarly with glowing, that should just be something which you want to increase the duration for. Again, wasted and return in. So when I automate those recipes, I'm going to have to take that into consideration. And often I just made 9, sometimes 10 of the tier 5 one. Like that's jump boost 5 for 18 minutes. There'll be 3 jump boost 4 for 18 minutes in here somewhere. Here they are, 3 jump boost 4, same time in. Yeah. And then I made these lingering potions. Yeah, it was a bit less kind of consistent with the tiers that I got. So like here, for instance, we've got 10 of tier 5 and 2 of tier 4 out of 12. Here it's 11 and 1. Here it's 8 and 4. I don't know why it's flipped, but doesn't matter too much. We made this lingering potion so we can put them on arrows. So let's make arrows out of these things and go give them a test. So that should make us go super fast in a boat. Yeah. Let's go to our regular testing ground and test out these other potions. This one's fun. I don't think I really need Dolphin's Grace when I'm in a boat. In fact, I don't recall the last time being in a boat. That's still cool. So I've got 8 arrows of each. Let's try this out, see what they do. Oh. Okay, that's obviously the arrow of growing. Let me get a weaker bow. I keep dying straight away. How about you? You gonna survive? Is this donkey gonna stay big forever? No, it's on a timer. Is it? It is gonna stay big forever. Oh my god. Now you're just a little baby spider. That's much more realistic. Can I walk on you? Look at this poor little guy. Is that indefinite? Doesn't seem to have a timer on it. Hey, get down there. Oh, where are you running to? Look at this poor guy trying to escape. Hey, oh, you're cute. You're cute. I like that. That's really fun. Who else is too big for their boots? How dare you? Now you're even smaller. How dare this guy? Wait, that wasn't a shrinking. What happened there? Do you have an effect? Oh, that's the effect of crumbling. Look, wherever this guy's going, he's destroying the floor underneath him. See that? If we get close, this should run away and cause a mess. What a fool. It's actually a really useful way to dig a hole if you've got a bunch of mobs like chickens or something in a little square. You just throw a splash potion of crumbling in there and they'll dig down to bedrock for you. Who's next? This guy. Slowness. Look at it. Barely moves. Try as you might, it just can't get me. Hey, stupid. You too. Oh, you can still jump. Okay, you learn something new every day. Spiders can still jump. I don't think this has a timer. I think this just freezes them in place forever. Before the sun comes up, let's protect this guy. So that's slowness. I think that's a keeper. That's a real keeper. Like, you got things chasing after you, you can just freeze them in place. Like you. Stay there so that I might come over here and give you a mighty whack. And just so they don't despawn. This one's going to be gravity. Oh, gravity means they can't jump up. So once he falls in there... These guys. I love this. It's so hilarious. Weakness? Weakness just makes them obviously quite weak. Already I can say that's going to be a super useful one. It says weakness 3 for 23 seconds. There's no countdown timer there. How's this guy going? Did you escape? Is that Slowpoke? Oh, Slowpoke escaped, so they do have a timer. Do your worst, man. I think it's just trying to give me a back rub or something. That's better. 2 hands. Get both of them into it. It's kind of just pacifying them. Oh, speaking of pacifying them, I should be able to. Pacifism 5. Should make them... Oh, where'd you get that sword from, man? This guy stole my sword. I didn't realize they did that. Oh, I better be more careful. That's my bedrock sword. Jesus. So I had pacifism. It's still angry at me. Maybe it's not a guaranteed thing. Let's go ask someone else. Hey, buddy. No, you hate me. Hey, guys. All 5 of them hate me. 6. Let's see here. Pacifism. It spreads an aura that discourages attacking the creature it affects. I don't know what that does. I'm confused by that. Anyway, glowing and perception are the same thing. Perception's just the extra alchemy version of glowing. And as you can see, we can make like a 10-minute potion of glowing. Let's try a perception 5. Maybe it lets us see further distances or something. Oh, wait a minute. Makes potions last longer. I have this bendy straw, which like doubles the length of my potions. Alright, how about you? What you got? You have... Oh, this is great. This one's fantastic. Check this out. When the timer runs out... when the timer runs out on that potion, sometime, maybe a really long time from now. Oh, spoilers, it basically just teleports back to the spot where I was shot. I need to test this. Oh. Oh. Oh, I think pacifism, I think that's what pacifism does. It punishes them for hitting me. So let's do a test here. We have, I'm in a way. So this guy in there is home. This guy's TP. So TP, we shoot. Now TP has that recall thing on. We take it away. We put them there. And when we come back, we'll see that it would have teleported to this other side here. That's the recall one. Look, it's not at all useful in combat, I don't think. And the last one, detonation. Volunteer? Go towards that skeleton over there. Oh, oh, that's a huge explosion. So I'm thinking maybe on these potions, they need to turn down the triggers. If we're going to use detonation, I definitely have a shorter fuse. All right, that's really cool. I don't know what to say. I love that. So that's detonation. Oh, we didn't see it happen, but here they are. They've gone back home. All right, you can stay there. In terms of what's practical, though, detonation, yeah, not so practical. Crumbling is super fun. Slowness is very useful. I think weakness is probably useful as well. Gravity, not so much. Recall, not so much. Good for us, though. Oh. 2 minutes from now. Growing I really like. Although you move around a bit too quick. Because, you know, you take on epic proportions. I'm not sure if it has any effect on our defenses, but it really increases our speed of movement. Look at that. There are other ways. Oh, what happened to my vision? Must have got hit by something. There are other ways to get big and small. which we'll probably do in an episode or two, maybe next episode actually. I'm really, really keen to get into it. Goodbye. That's a recall. It took us back to the point where we used it. Let's quickly increase our saturation. So that should fill up down there on the bottom right real quick. Absorption, extra hearts. That's a lot of extra hearts. So that's definitely a keeper. Invisibility, do you work? Okay, this is the real test. Am I invisible to these guys? No, they can see me. What is it that they can see? This guy can't. I can. So I'm invisible. I'm not holding anything. They can still see me, right? Kinda? And I think the only one we haven't tested is this guy, Potion of Returning, which just takes it back to the spawn point. That's cool. Yeah, don't break this thing. This is a color picker that I had set up over there, and I just moved it because I wanted it to get within a like a chunk that's permanently loaded. But it just wasted all the colors that were in there, which isn't a big deal because colors are infinite. So that'll give us an extra level when it eventually finishes. Maxed out. Oh, that's it. That's maxed tier. Oh, that's a shame. So that's just what, 3 extra hearts? Yeah, just 3 extra hearts. All right, if that's the case, I might just sneak in here. There's too many hitboxes around here. And stop exporting that. All right, I'm not sure when my head's going to grow back. But, oh, that's not creepy at all. Yeah, here's a list of the potions that I'm going to automate, but we're not going to do it right now. I might just do it in between episodes and then show you how I did it next time. But yeah, speed, jump boost, that'll be really good for exploring, I guess. Haste, which is just attack speed, saturation, absorption, instant health, glowing. That will be really useful for combat, particularly when we head to like the Twilight Forest. And then arrows, I'll just get weakness and slowness. I think that's probably all we need. Growing and shrinking, I really love, but there is another way in which we're going to do that. Another kind of magic way which we're going to do that. I'm not going to spoil that for you. That might even be next episode. But, yep. All right, so that's it. Now I'm going to go 2,500 trifles. Oh, that's another step towards Hell's Kitchen. Got to go check on this. How are we doing? Oh, so close. Yep, those 3 are definitely going to come in. All right, that's enough distractions for now. It's time for us to go get a start on mystical agriculture, which I'll probably just say MA from now because that's a tongue twister. All right, this spot here is probably as good as any. Okay, so the creeper seeds don't seem to be too hard. We just have to get this thing called infusion crafting up and running. And then we give it creeper souls, which we can get, looks like, from extracting the soul of a creeper, which is probably just from a head, a few tertium essence, and a soulium seed base, all of which we should already have. And the infusion altar, that's this thing. It's a crafting structure usually used to create mystical agriculture seeds. 1 infusion altar and 8 infusion pedestals. Altar and pedestals. So that looks kind of like the middle. And pedestals all around. So 4 tertium essence, and then the soulium seed base, and 4 of these soul jars. We got the first 2 there, we just need the soul jars. Soul glass and... okay, we're going to have to set some recipes up here, I think. So soul glass is a crafting recipe, but this soulium, this soul dust stuff here is different though. Yeah. We get our soulium dust. That comes straight from this ore, which we're getting from our quarry. That gives us soulium dust. We've got like 9,000 of that. That's different than this soul dust stuff. That comes from smelting up smooth soulstone. And that smooth soulstone comes from cooking up soulstone. And this soulstone, I think you have to go explore it. Yep. We'll head to the nether in a second for that. And this other thing here, this soulium ingot, prosperity ingot, and 2 soulium dust. All right, that's a nice quick, cheap recipe. Okay, quick trip to the nether. I've probably got to go somewhere where terrain hasn't generated yet, because they did all this exploration before mystical agriculture was added to the pack. So we'll just go up north I love these. If you're going to build another base, come do it by these giant hanging chains. They're so awesome. Here it is. Okay, that wasn't too hard to find. It was actually super easy. Oh god, it grows in huge chunks. We'll be set for a while, I think, with this. Alright, we'll get a couple hundred of that stuff cooking up. So let's just get ourselves 4 soul jars. We'll let the crafting recipe do it for us. And then we need to get the creeper heads and put them in a soul extraction thingy. Soul extractor. Here it is. I imagine it needs power. Let's just give it coal block. That's heaps. Let's get our creeper heads. 4,000. Okay, we're getting all these things. That's kind of ridiculous numbers. We're getting all these things from this one beheading pylon just here. And this creeper. This is our gunpowder farm right now. That's kind of the soul source we're getting them from. And even that's not enough to keep up with our mana. And with our soul jars, we just put them in there. And one head is going to give us something. About a third, just short of a third. We need 4 of them. It might be that it needs to come out on the bottom. Yep, okay, it needs to come out on the bottom. Can it come in from the side then? It can. Seed. And then the bits go on the outside. I wonder if the pattern matters or if I can just do this. Creeper seeds, yeah. Yeah, creeper seeds, gimme. Gimme the creeper seeds. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it needs a button. There we go. I feel like that should have a sound effect. There's our creeper seeds. Cool. Why are you not... Making me do it again. Okay. So, yeah, let's... We got creeper seeds pretty quick. Let's see if we can rush through the rest of this stuff. We've already got a tier 1 seed, which is just the basic ones. Like, we got Inferium for days. So we'll get some dye seeds, because that could come in pretty handy. Rabbit seeds, because, well, in case we need rabbit's feet. Experience seeds and netherite seeds. Basically, I chose things that aren't really that useful, because I'm not a big fan of these kinds of mods. Like, there's this one, and there's one with bees that generate things for you. Like, it's pretty much just do something once, rinse and repeat, and then you have kind of one method to get everything in the game. Like, that doesn't sound very interesting to me, to be honest. I like this kind of like patchwork approach instead. So we've got some crops being grown there. We've got the growth accelerator. We've done Spectrum. We've got MI for our factory. We've got some spirit over here dedicated towards gunpowder. Like, that's all it's doing. Obviously, we went a long way into Britannia. Yeah, that's how I like to do things. So instead of soul jars this time, we need just Prudentium essence. Easy. We've already got that automated. Some diagglomeratio. Some diagglomeratio. Agglomeratio. I like that. Which is just, yeah, a bunch of other dyes. We just need 4 of them. It's cool that it tells you what it's going to make before it makes it. So there's our tier 2. All right, rabbit seeds. 4 of the tertium. A soulium seed. So I think when you're using soul jars, that's when you need soulium seeds. When you're using other kind of stuff, you just use prosperity seeds. Yeah. Okay, rabbit souls. I think we can just get that from rabbit hides. Yep, we can. Experience is going to be a bit trickier. Imperium essence, sure. But then we need these things called experience capsules. I don't know what they are. Oh. I wonder if I can just like take experience. Right, XP storage. So we want to subtract experience. No, we want to add experience. No, that doesn't do it. Can we eat some experience? No. That's XP nuggets from Revitalize. Can't eat experience. To collect experience, simply have some experience capsules in your inventory and pick up XP orbs. There's XP berries. We can make this. Maybe just need to get a bucket. Are we able to fill up this bucket with experience? We are. Oh my god. All right, let's make some XP berries, or at least 6 of them. Let's see. Soul sand. No. Soul soil? Soul soil. Yeah, these things you just eat. This isn't doing too well. No, it's not dropping any experience orbs for us. So I think, I mean, we could just go there and fight stuff, but I think what we could do also, a little bit of potion. This guy. No, I'm just getting those levels myself. I guess there's no other way about it. We just got to go on a bit of a murder spree. Simply have some experience capsules in your inventory and pick up experience orbs. Yeah, they're not working. Okay, not a big deal. Turns out there's like a recipe conflict that needs to be resolved, probably in the next version. So we'll have to play with something else instead. Let's just get fluic seeds. They're going to come in handy. And lastly but not leastly, something we're not going to need. We've already got about 1,000 of it, and we're not using this stuff. Some netherite seeds. Okay, let's give these things a plant, see how they go. Or should I say, see how they grow. Oh look, it's got a little face of a creeper on there. Okay, I think maybe once we no longer have to have this growth chamber up here. Right now it's spinning in order to get us more and more inferium. Ignore the giant hole in the floor. But eventually we can just put a creeper seed in there and it'll get us the creeper essence instead. And that's it. And that's all the inferium we had. But I've basically doubled here the area of crops that are being covered and also filled in the side here where all the... let's get out of here and have a look. And filled in the side here where all the soy plants were planted. Oh boy, so we are fast... Where's my head? Another 20 minutes of this. So we are fast running out of time. So we're going to have to wrap things up pretty quick. Something I did notice while editing though is that some of those mobs, I think they did have trouble seeing us when we've got this invisibility potion on. So I'm thinking maybe it's like distance based. Like the effect just might reduce the distance at which they can see us. Something like that. Anyway, food for thought. And yeah, there's one quick thing that I wanted to do. Look, somebody, I'm not going to name names. It wasn't me. I did kill a couple of pillagers here earlier, so it's probably... maybe it was them and their Ravengers. Anyway, they destroyed all the crops. So I'm going to have to come back and replace... I don't know what's missing. So we'll probably have to tear this whole section out and just replace all the crops again. But something I wanted to try before we left was, I think I've got an idea for how this experience thing might work. How we might be able to get those experience seeds. So let's grab ourselves another experience capsules. And I'm not sure what it is. Maybe this one. Emits XP orbs from bottles of enchanting, without consuming the glass power with redstone. Yeah, so this thing, and what's this one do? That's just faster. All right, so let's try this iron auto enchanting orb thingy out. Because it does fit in there. Okay. Yeah, you can squeeze that thing in there, and if we put... oh no, it doesn't work. No. That's a bummer. Yeah, and I thought this stuff was meant to be trample-proof. I mean, I'm fairly certain it is. See? I can't trample it, so surely mobs shouldn't be able to either. Anyway, we probably have a minute now that this thing didn't work. As you can see, this thing is just emptying so slow. So I'm thinking maybe we can probably try to fix it up. I discovered that you don't actually need the chute here. You can just inject things directly into the interface with pipes. Let's just see that. So if we say order out and order in, we'll get a couple going just to get it nice and fast. Although it does skip because these things take a few seconds to like latch onto the inventory. You know, because I got that 3-second timer there. All right, let's just see this in action. I'll fill this up with blocks and let's just see how fast this empties now. Look at that, so much quicker. Oh, that's so much better. So this works, I mean, but it's pretty ugly. It's pretty clunky. You know, we don't need that kind of mess in our lives. So let's get rid of them. And let's use this entangled thing that we failed to use last episode. Somebody in my Discord suggested this might do the trick. Right click, there it is. So this entangle block is connected to that portable interface. And now if we wire that up, task complete. Oh, sticky puddings. That's another one. And yeah, look at this monstrosity. We can fill up every side, as long as I don't forget any, with these pipes. I'll use a pipe config card to copy out. This is definitely how you want to do it if you set up lots of these pipes. All right, let's see how we go now. Oh. Why are you not working? What about into a barrel? No. Okay, so the entangled blocks don't seem to be able to work with the portable interface things. That's a shame. Wait a minute. Oh no, what have I done? All right, that seems to pipe them out okay. Okay, so the problem seems to be, even though it works, you hear when that thing docks, this thing does fill up, but it loses a connection for some reason. Maybe the whole 3-second pause thing's not what we need. All right, but if we speed these things up, 164 per operation, yeah, they can go much faster now. We can upgrade them like this. All right, this is a real test. How fast this can empty. It'll do this other chest first. Oh, that's pretty quick. Yeah. Good boy. We can tidy that up. Yeah, it looks neater. Okay, well, yeah, I had a lot of fun this episode. There's still a bunch of things, still a bunch of potions that we could make. One of which I believe comes through the Bewitchment quest line. Bewitchment, but we can't see them here in REI yet. Maybe once we progress a little bit further, or at all, really, into Bewitchment. And also, potions aren't the only way in which you can get buffs and debuffs. There's those titration barrels back there from Spectrum, which we'll have to try it again in another episode. All right, well, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.